إنا أنزلنا إليك الكتاب بالحق لتحكم بين الناس بما أراك الله.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على حبيبنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. One of the greatest messengers ever to exist, Ibrahim عليه السلام. Ibrahim was known as Khalilullah, the close friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions him 15 times in Surah Al-Baqarah. And in the rest of the Qur'an, Ibrahim is mentioned 54 times. What is interesting is how the name Ibrahim is mentioned and written in the Qur'an, how it's written specifically. In all of Surah Al-Baqarah, when Ibrahim alayhi salam's name is written, it is always written without a ya. When we say Ibrahim, there is a ya there when we pronounce it, but it's not written in Surah Al-Baqarah. But in the rest of the surah or the rest of the chapters of the Quran, Ibrahim is written with a ya. Now the question is why? Some of the scholars have said that in Surah Al-Baqarah, when Ibrahim alayhi salam is mentioned, it's referring to the beginning part of his life. From the beginning and before he had a lot of progeny, a lot of descendants, and before he had a big family. So it's a way to write his name in a smaller way. So he hasn't really established himself and he hasn't had a lot of family yet. So it's written without a ya in Surah Al-Baqarah. So the beginning of his life, the beginning of his story, without a ya, smaller word, right? Or smaller name with fewer letters. And in the rest of the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal elaborates and talks more about the story of Ibrahim and about his family and members of his family. So his progeny is grown, his descendants are getting bigger. Subhanallah, the number of them. So Ibrahim is written with a ya in the rest of the surah or the chapters of the Quran. Allahu Akbar. Look at this really fine point in the Quran, this little gem. We never, really think about it, but when it's pointed out to us, you start to go, Subhanallah, look how amazing the Quran is. Even in the writing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a reason why he omits a letter or adds a letter. And it just proves to us more and more that this Quran is indeed the biggest miracle given to any prophet in history. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has received the greatest miracle out of all of the prophets. Allahu Akbar. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.